Gamers! Hello! Welcome to today's stream. How is it shaking? My throat's a little fucked up from work. That's how it's shaking for me. But okay. Gamers, you know it. So, today we're doing something a little different. Something a little nerdy wordy, a little weird, a little goofy, a little wacky. Specifically, what we are going to be doing is that we're going to be having a small history lesson today. Not in anything real, of course, but something a little bit more nerdy. You see, I play on a Minecraft server named Stoneworks. And Stoneworks is a relatively interesting server, primarily to the due to the fact that it is a world building server. Right, the intent is to build nations, tell history, lore, roleplay, so on and so forth. And lately, we've been on the Discord server. We've been discussing the server as I have officially opened up this side of my gaming to you all, right? To not only me, but like the audience as well as my friends. And one thing keeps occurring, and that is specifically the name of a particular city, or more accurately, a nation. And with that, I'm going to switch over to the game itself, and we're just gonna do like this little thing where it's like, this is the city that I'm currently residing in. It is a town known as Piresna, and I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's fancy name, and it is the last city of the nation of Volante. Now this is what the history lesson is going to be about. Volante. When COVID first started, this is going to be from a meta context now. From when COVID first started, the Stoneworks server released a second world known as Eldham, which is the world we're currently in right now. Now, Eldham was like any other world, though with relatively custom world generation. And in that world generation, it's changed how the meta works. And in that change, and in that moment of exploration, the world was kind of ripe for politicking. And I was one of the first people to join Eldham. I don't want to like jerk myself off too much on stream, but it is true. I am one of the first ones to have come to Eldham and explore its world. Now, in doing so, I came with intent, of course, like any other person would in a world so ripe and fresh for the taking, and that was to build my own nation. At first, it started out as a minor nation state of sorts. Think of it sort of like a how to put it, like I'm moving around a little bit real quick so I don't get AFK'd, but like think about it like this, right? I made a nation state, and a city state. Thank you. Yes, a city state, and with that city state, that was the start of Volante, and that first city state was named Warmbank, primarily because I settled on a peninsula. But this was not an ordinary peninsula, as it was actually extremely rich in iron on the surface. Meaning that basically I was able to provide weapons and money much quicker than anyone else could at the time. Oh, I was just seeing what was happening outside. So, with that being said, and my ability to of influence at such an early stage, I quickly expanded not Mosscliff. I saw Mosscliff, and I was like, hey, look at that! Look, it's my friend Mosscliff. And hang on, I'm gonna try not to be put in AFK mode, but I guess the game just simply refuses to acknowledge the fact that I'm actually moving. Um, so with that being said, I started trying to bring people into Warmbank, and at the time, the nation was simply called Warmbank because, well, it was a city state, right? I had very little land, very little influence, and the nation wouldn't have been properly called Warmbank until the first expansion. Now, I wouldn't have called Warmbank at the time an expansionist empire by any means. In fact, I did not want it to be an empire. And while I was and in that mindset, with my currency that I had and the influence and the weapons and the iron that I had, I felt comfortable in doing something a little risky, and that was that I claimed a nearby like island chain, right? Called, and it ended up being called Leonia. Leonia. I don't know. Fantasy names, Ginger Baby. You know how it is. Gotta figure out how things are called in the real world when you've only seen it in text. And with that, and with the slowly the gathering of the people of Warmbank at the time, it was necessary to rename the nation to give it a proper title that isn't just Warmbank. And thus the nation Volante, the Republic of Volante, was born. As after all, many people in this game would, and justifiably so, make themselves king or emperor. I did not want to be seen as a king or emperor. I wanted to be seen as an equal amongst the civilians, as someone that should not be looked up to, but looked towards for guidance and assistance, as well as someone that wouldn't be looked down upon for looking towards the populace for guidance and assistance. Thus, I was sort of a monarch, a monarch, and chose the title of chief rather than lord or king or emperor. Though I would say the god worship, it was mainly with you, apps. If I were to be genuine, as I've never asked to be treated as a god, nor do I ask now to be treated as a god. But quickly with that, Warmbanks, with the new resources that Leona provided Warmbank and Volante as a whole, we expanded more and more. More people kept joining the fold, especially as with me feeling comfortable enough to project my influence, I would find people living within the borders of Volante. Now, in the standard server, that would be called squatting, but while I don't necessarily agree with squatters as a whole, I certainly don't see them to be something to be feared or executed, as many nations do. And so every time I would find a squatter within Volante's borders, I would go out of my way to extend an olive branch, a offer. The offer being join Volante, and you may keep your your identity, your state. If you're a leader, you would be the governor of the state. You will have all the benefits that I can provide within my power. And turns out, when you offer someone an olive branch over a sword, they'll tend to be keen to join you. And no, wild, right? If you aren't dicks, people like hanging out with you. um, so that being said, Volante slowly started growing, one after another. First with the nation of Hanno, which was gifted to Volante as the ruler left, finding out that we would be the best candidates to watch over the land. Thus, this third state, the first state being Wormbake, the second being Leona, and then the third, Hanno, was created and put under our care. And as I ought to do, I gave them governors, I gave them any and all of the influence I could. Though those who joined were greedy, perhaps. Now, I am not a hero in this story, nor am I a protagonist, and I will not be seen as and or treated as such. But here comes the first mark on Volante's history. It was out of world terms, it was about a month after Volante was first founded. We had grown considerably. At this point, Pirezna has joined our borders. Colonies and development were starting to be established within unincorporated land that I had projected our power upon and made astute deals with our neighbors in order to secure that land as something to be confirmed, as something that is ours. The governor of Leonia was envious, perhaps. They saw the land gifted to them as an insult. The islands, rich in resources, might I add, in wood and mycelium and mushroom, they could have turned that island into a positive bread baskets, and not only that, but the mycelium was also rich with iron underneath it, and the jungle had cocoa, which could be used to make cocaine. Anyways, I digress. They saw their state as a insult to them, and in that insult they have become envious, and even to the point of asking for more land in the state. And me, trying to come to a peaceful solution, decided to allow that to occur. Pirezna, actually, for a short while, was kind of cut in half because of that decree. Hello, JaxD1. Welcome to my history lesson. It's nerdy as hell, so you better be prepared, because this is me talking about a history of a history lesson. I am in a server named Stoneworks. It is a history / world building roleplay thing, and recently I have opened my doors to all of you to come and join. Oh, no. This is not American history. This is fictional history, my friend. This is entirely fictional. This is something done purely through RP in Minecraft, which is super nerdy, I know, but it is what it is. But I digress. To kind of summarize to the new person who has joined the lesson, I was the founder of a nation named Volante in a new world that was rife with resources, and I had worked a lot. Like, I want to make it clear here to everyone listening to the lesson, be it actively listening in chat or in the VOD, I worked my ass off in order to make sure that, Volante had the borders it did. Like, I had to do deals. I had to make sure there were like, it was just it was a lot. It was a lot of work. Like, holy shit, it was a lot of work. Also, Moskov, I would love to see a screenshot of the temple. That sounds pretty good. Wow, that was very quick that the Eldheim Union just immediately declared Luck an enemy. Anyways, I digress. So, the state of Leona had continued to become more and more zealous of its surrounding neighbors, finding that the land bequeathed to it a insult to the nation as a whole. Not the nation, but the governor. And in doing so, they broke some rules, like a certain rule to the server is that you're not allowed to name colonies and stuff like that after real life locations. Like, you have to make up a location, even if it is just something stupid, right? Like you take it from some other fictional source. As long as it's fictional, it's all right. But they decided to call it Fort Sumter, which is just on the nose because they tried to hold a coup. Wait, do you have Google on you? I need some sort of cheating method. Your computer, right? You must have Google. I do have Google, but like, I don't know what you mean by cheating method or anything like that. There will be a test at the end of the stream. No, not really. But the whole thing is that they tried to hold a coup, right? And as in the one person within Leona, that being the governor, thank you JaxD1 for the follow, tried to hold a coup and declare themselves an independent nation. I did not take that line down, to say the least. Abs can tell you that I impeached them of their position and proceeded to kick them to the curb, so to speak. And then they started having a bit of a hissy fit, trying to get other nations to attack us. They proceeded to say, "Hey, is this yours?" And I was like, "Hey, yeah, that person tried to hold a coup. Where are they?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, they're in Uraka. Come over here." So I was invited cordially by the leader of Uraka to can you do a robot voice? I do not have a robot voice on hand, though I am thinking about getting a voice changer or a text to speech thing as like a redeem. It's something I'm working on. But currently I'm just rocking my normal voice modulator. I digress. So Yuraka was like, "Hey, yo, is this your person?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that person tried to hold a coup." And they're like, do you want to kill them?" And I'm like, "Hey, you know what? Why not? Why shouldn't I kill this dude?" So I was cordially invited to Uraka's capital, where the person was hiding, and the Emperor locked themselves, me, him, and the other person within a room. And I proceeded to kill that motherfucker where he stood and took his head as a trophy. Before the guy was promptly banished from Uraka, so that was hilarious. um, at that point, we were, I would say, relatively peaceful. I would hope that we were relatively peaceful, but of course, not everything can be so uh cheeky, to say the least. As soon after, with our continued growth, people started getting ambitious once again, and they decided that we needed more land. Now, there was a neighboring nation at the time, known as Bernard Land, and they. This is the first time some of you probably will hear about this, and it is a pock marks. Like if the Civil War was a scratch, so this was the Black Plague that killed Volante. Um, they wanted the land that Bernard Land had. They knew that the nation was weak and empty, and they wanted that land. So they went out of the way to fake a attack on Volantian land and blame Bernard Land as the culprits of this attack that they did upon us. And without evidence, to the contrary, that is, I had to do what was right for my citizens. I declared war on Bernard Land, denouncing them for their unjust attack on our land and our colonies. And soon enough, I think Bernard Land may have been a corpse, more or less, with a bunch of vultures around it. Because like there was like 3 other nations that were like, we back Volante. Let's make a coalition to kick Bernard Land's ass. So to say the least, the war lasted like a couple seconds, right? It lasted like a day. That's how long the war lasted. A day in real life, as more and more nations started to land the and the nation of Eldheim Union are no enemies. Cool. Anyways, they man, sorry, I had a brain fart there. So they capitulated quickly, and basically what happened is that the 4 nations that joined with Volante in order to take down the nation divided Bernard Land's land amongst themselves, and that was what broke the camel's back. The Warhawks getting their way without me knowing until the war was already finished. So basically we had, at this point, I think if I recall, like we almost nearly like doubled our land mass, and we did not have enough people, and I insisted that we like stop. I spoke out to the Senate that we needed to stop what we were doing with the expansions and to kind of focus inward and focus on development of the land that we just acquired and infrastructure. Because at the time, there was not even roads connecting the towns. I think the only town that had a road was Warmbank. And even then, it was only to the borders. There was nothing connecting the towns together. So making, like, traveling from Warmbank to Pyresna, for instance, was, like, super hard. Like, it legitimately was a journey to go that far. Because the land was undeveloped. You're having to travel over literal mountains to get to Pyresna from Warmbank. So, but of course, the Warhawks continued on their way, and another war befell Volante. And this is where I lose my direct source, that being me, because I had to leave the server at the time due to real life circumstances. At the time, Momsco had a medical emergency, and I needed to be there for her over playing silly Minecraft. And uh, I left it in the hands of those that I trusted. And as far as I'm aware, war after war chipped away at Volante's borders. The leader that once held the borders stable, delicately so, through a lot of treaties and negotiations, it crumbled away, and eventually it turned into, I think it turned into a nation named TEA for like a second, and then it became the Commonwealth of Volante. One thing led to another. The Commonwealth then fell, and Volante with it, the name fading to the sands of history. Except that's not entirely what happened, DT. You see, Volante is remembered today, not only through here, Pires, the last remaining town that existed during during those time periods, but the culture, the impacts that we had remains on the land that on whatever nation holds the land to this day. People want to emulate Volante and the unity that Volante once held. They want to be seen as the successor state to Volante. Though that being said, if it was me to judge, no state in the region is worthy of being called Volante. Because Volante is not the it's not the borders. It's not the government. It is the people that is Volante. And while I like to say in game that I am an old man, a relic of a history long since forgotten, save for a few, I do believe to some extent that any person who considers themselves a Volantian is a Volantian. Be it them living here in Pyresna or in some far-flung reaches of the world. Even some people in other nations today call for the rebuilding of Volante as it once was. And while I would love to see Volante return to its former glory, I think no matter what occurs now, the world is not wanting nor needing of Volante. But that should not stop us from continuing that torch, to carry that torch onwards and forwards, not only here, not only through the way of the will, but through Marconis and all of their allies. So, if you're watching the stream now, or watching the VOD sometime in the future, either here on Twitch or on YouTube, by the way, you should totally subscribe to my YouTube VOD channel. Know that if you wish to participate in Volantian lore, join Stoneworks. Come to Pyresna, and I will accept you with open arms, as that is the Volantian way. Be it encountering neighboring nations or squatters, to helping refugees from wars. We are a giving people, a generous people. And no matter what happens, I do not want that to be forgotten. Be it borders changing, towns being destroyed, or people leaving the server. Anyways, that's a brief history of Volante as I remember it. Is this nerdy as hell? Yes, it is. To those who are new here, that primarily being Moss, do you have any questions about Volante or its history? Or perhaps I should move on to a secondary lesson of why the way of the will exists and how it basically is a more or less religion that continues to carry the torch of Volante. Although that one would not be as interesting, I would imagine. Hang on, I'm gonna just check some stuff real quick. Ah, man, I'm just dying. I'm dying a little bit. I've been a little sickly. How did the foundation of the will affect the? Okay, that is a good question. So actually, fully type out your question, please. Just so I know exactly what you're curious about. Uh, gun emoji. Tell me your question. Full question. How did the foundation of the will affect Volante interaction with his name? So, what's interesting about that is that the way of the will is relatively a new religion, all things considered. Um, the will has always existed within Volantian culture to some extent. Uh, but it has never been known truly until now, until current day. At the time, we practiced basically something for the people of Warmbank had a religion. As in, it was pretty much like we worshipped furnaces at the time, right? Like it more or less was for lack of a better word, like a shadow furnacism with huge quotation marks there. Where we believed that you could gain power through the refinement of materials through a furnace, right? Uh, but that quickly evolved after Volante's collapse. Primarily that I eventually did come back to the server after Volante fully disappeared off the map and was replaced by a successor state of some variety. They believe themselves to be the direct descendants of Volante, so I I'm not here to argue with that. But basically, while I was trying to restore Warmink, at the time Warmink did fall into state of disrepair, uh several weird things happened. For instance, there was a hole in Warmbank that led directly into bedrock. Like all the way down through tough and everything straight into bedrock. And there were 8 signs around the hole called that just said will, like in all caps, WILL. So like that was that was the first sign that something felt amiss, right? Uh and as I continue to work on creating the uh this large furnace facility within Warmbank, I was assaulted by 8 phantoms in the middle of the day. And they were not on fire. this all happened in game, by the way. This is not like lore I came up with. This like actually happened. There were 8 phantoms that were not on fire in the middle of the day, and they all died simultaneously when I went into the will hole and caught myself with water. Uh, and then when phantoms would appear again, they would die. They would keep dying just randomly, like they just all just like at once would die when I would complete like an objective, be it like uh building the furnaces or placing them down, gathering lava, jumping over the will hole, stuff like that. And that was when I realized, this is where we get to like the RP segment a little bit, that this was a much more of a like a divine thing to some extent. I made it, I interpreted it as like a divine thing, that the and I placed it on the thing that like the only word that I knew about it, which was the fact that these messengers all disappeared or died, uh where like yeah, they all yeah, this all led to the writing of the first comprehensions, right? This is where how comprehension 1 was written. And from that point on, I stopped worshiping furnaces themselves, but what the effect of the furnace did, because it felt to me that that was what the world was trying to tell me to do. uh and I started, I put the name on it, I put a name to it, which is the way of the will. And I wrote comprehensions, and I started refinements, which is metatextually like out of character. Refinement is like meditating by any means of processing a material into a different material, specifically through the gaining of XP. So refinement would be stuff like, for instance, smelting, right? But also something like the turning turning leaves into bone meal, to turn that bone meal on seeds to turn that into food, right? That's refinement. Or like turning wood into charcoal, or cactus into green dye, or smelting, right? Smelting is the easiest way to refine. But like fishing and alchemy and brewing and cooking and all that stuff, that's all refinement. And in gathering refinement, I wrote more comprehensions, and uh with that I basically uh started pushing more for the religion as I return. I took a break from the server once again because I kind of got forced a lot to do things I didn't want to do by the previous nation. Now that the nation's different, and a bunch of shit happened in the area, I'm back in black, one of the last Volantians, true Volantians, I would say. And I'm trying to push the way of the will, which I mean, everyone who, it's like, you don't need to follow the way in order to like live in Purencia, but it definitely feels like everyone who is living here is part of the way at this point, which means that we have, let me think, let me just look at the Discord for it real. uh that's wrong. We have 6 people following the way, like actively, like in the server. Uh, there are some other people who are there to like maybe also join. Uh, but you know they're not like officially part of the way quite yet. They have not been. I'm good. Uh, they have not like officially joined the way or been tempered or anything like that. So I was considered people to be actively part of the way slash actively part of Perez now being 6 people. Did you write your own prayer book? Boss, did you write your own prayer book? Here, let me see it. Let me see your prayer book. I would like to observe your prayer book. Book of prayer. The makers. Here, let me sit down and read this. All right. All right. Praise of the will. Mutable be the will and its makers. Mutable be its constructions and refinements. Mutable be the holy metal shaped in it. Mutable be Eldham, the host of its perfection. And invocation of the prospects. Blessed is the ore of the Blessed is the ore in the deep ground of Eldham, unparalleled in its potential. May it be granted passage into the current of potential to honor the will through construction. And invocation of the intent. Blessed is the tool that refines and is from the refined. Blessed are the actions of the maker, or where the will and the maker meet. Hence, An. Am I saying that right? An. It feels like this would be the correct way of saying it. Invocations of Rending. I shall not fear in the face of the opponent, for doing so would reject the will. I will stand where the will implores me, and reduce my foe to the most vital essence, as I am meant to. An. Invocations of Distillation. Blessed is fermentation, most inevitable refinement. Blessed is distillation, the of the unnecessary and only. Blessed is intoxication, and the path to one mind self. An. Invocation of Fire. Blessed is fire that equalizes all things in its path. Blessed is ash, the natural refined state of all those. Blessed is blood, the soul part of the apostate. An. You know, holy shit! I'm like super. Hang on, we should make copies of this. We should make copies of that. Holy crap! I'm considering that part of the canon. That's part of the canon, baby. That's shit. That's cool as fuck. Gotta make copies of it. Make sure to take screenshots of that. And post the invocation or like the maker, like pages of the maker into the canon, and hell yeah, holy shit. Hell yeah, I knew it was a good idea. I knew it was a good idea to invite you guys to join me. Like, holy shit. Because like I was exactly hoping that, like, one of my big things is that while I am definitely the quote unquote head of the way, right? Like I am the lead voice in what the will interprets. The way is unique to each person, right? And I want you to express your own way, and I'm saying way with like a capital W, through writing, and I will consider that canon. And I would say what you wrote there, Moskov, to be a uh that exact interpretation. You have expressed your own way within a prayer book, and thus it is canon to the like to the idea of the will. Yeah, this, like I know so it's like one typo, like one bad typo, but like not it's not that bad. But yeah, holy shit, I knew it was a good idea if I were you guys. I'm like hyped now. Super hyped about this. The Bible out of all the books next year. Hey, I mean, if you want. I have not had any comprehension since. Plus, I mean, like everyone speaking out of character again. One of the big things about the comprehensions, particularly the last comprehensions, was that everyone that I talked to about the will seemed to have a really hard time understanding what the will itself is, which is to explain, because I also realized I have not actually explained what the way of the will is. It's a religion I made uh, in the server, and the will is a embodying force, if that makes sense, right? Like it is something that surrounds uh all people, right? And everything. A good way to think about it is like imagine the will as a blanket that um uh is laid over everything. Also welcome Gin to the lesson in game. Um that blanket, when we do anything, be it like mining to the like using furnaces or cooking or eating or fighting, we are balling up the will around you. Like you ball up this blanket and you leave it, and you use that ball in order to change the thing around you. And when you release that ball, the ball doesn't entirely disperse. It kind of lingers on you, which is how was basically my explanation of how like experience works in game, is that is the level of refinement you have. And like XP bottles is what I would call distilled refinement. Oh, you can put gates on your head. Like here, give me a gate. If you have one still, give me a gate. And I'll put it on my head, or some glasses. Yeah, you can put it in your head slot. You can wear them as glasses. Yeah. You can also put signs on your head. You can put a lot of stuff on your head. I think you can also put like, yeah. See, like you put like a lot of stuff on your head. But I think if you put like a stick on your head, a unicorn horn. Oh no, it's just, yeah, okay. It fits your skin very well, actually. Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm agreeing. It fits your skin tremendously well. It does not fit my skin at all. Um, what was I saying? So a lot of people seem to have like a hard time understanding how the will works. So I basically like went out of my way to be like, okay, I'm gonna put a name on something. I am not gonna call the will. I'm not gonna name the will beyond the fact that it is named the will, because it does not feel right to put a name on something that technically shouldn't even have a name. So I. Oh, sorry, I've been also playing with the gunpla this entire time. I just dropped a piece of it. Because fucking ADHD brain. So I basically came up with the pinnacles. You are a meathead. I basically call them the pinnacles. not necessarily gods. I mean, they can be considered gods, like in the traditional sense. I consider them more like spirits, if that makes a bit more sense. Uh, but so far there are two pinnacles. One for each location that I've been to at least. That being there was the pinnacle Surfera, which is the pinnacle of Warmbank. Though she is currently not doing too hot because of the fact that Warmbank is just a fucking wasteland now. The only thing that remains within Warmbank is the will hole and a new sign that says will not. So that's not great to hear as someone who follows the will, that the will hole is has a new sign, a ninth sign that says will not in it. And then there is hang on, I gotta make sure I'm gonna say it right because I keep saying the wrong name. And I don't want to do my boy dirty. I have to scroll through so many things. Ah! Where is Niolo? Yeah, this Niolo, which is the pinnacle of the of oh, hey Neppy, when did you arrive? um yeah, and then there's Niolo, which is the pinnacle of Puresna, but I've not actually encountered and or cataloged any more pinnacles beyond those two. Mainly because I don't want to have like a giant pantheon. I think having a giant pantheon could be cool, but I want to make sure like a town is okay with me considering something a pinnacle before I call it a pinnacle, right? Like there may be another pinnacle soon called Ethereum if negotiations go well, but huge shrug there. Huge shrug. Don't want to appropriate another religion. Also, I'm just gonna. There we are. Just writing out to Neppy real quick since Neppy has suddenly manifested. So, yeah, that's my whole thing with like the pin stuff like that. Anyways, this was a huge side tangent to the original question. Yeah, to basically summarize what the question was, the will wasn't really known to me back when Volante existed. It has only made itself truly manifest recently, and I think it is its way of apologizing to me about how about how Volante went. So, any other questions that you may have? Oh, if you want to, here, global chat. So do that without the period, and it will mute global chat. But yeah, is there any other questions that one may have for me to answer? This is the segment of the Neppy disappeared. This is the segment where we get to oh Yeah, this is where I open up the floor to all of you for questions about Volante, about the way of the will, uh any personal questions or anything like that about hell, it doesn't even need to be about Minecraft. You can just ask me about anything at this point, honestly. I don't give a shit. What is the next proof? We haven't had the first proof quite yet. I would like to make it like a proper event if we're gonna be doing a proof. I think the people in Marconis, which is where the borders currently lie over Puresna, would also like it to be an event. So the first things first is that I would like to get enough distilled refinement, again XP bottles, into the roof chest for there to be 32 XP bottles in every slot except for one where we have an offering of a weapon that hopefully will be enchanted. But it's a lot of work for me to do on my own, so it may be a week until I can actually do that. Especially with me also playing Final Fantasy and stuff on top of all of this. It may take a second. Are there any proper building guidelines for Volante or new towns? So that destroyed nation next door. So I have if it's not claimed, fucking do what you want. I will say there is not automation allowed. Everything has to be semi-automatic. That's just it's just to prevent lag, right? It's just to stop lag, so you can't do anything automatic. But redstone is actually used in making pathways, so yeah, feel free to just yank out all the redstone if you want. Just don't make any machines with it. Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, fucking go for it, dude. Sell shit. Like I said, it's really valuable to make roads. So yeah, go for it. If I were to journey into Old Volante, what would be good points of interest? Additionally, are there any proper building guidelines for Volante or new towns? Volante no longer exists as a nation, so I can't say for certain. I would say that the building guidelines for new towns would have to be taken up with Marconis. I have no idea about flying machines, about if that's legal or not. I don't think flying machines are legal, but from what I understand, a nation in Rathnir was nuked using a flying machine, so I can shrug. Maybe. So if it comes to building new towns, I would say that is Marconis's issue at this point, and that we need to take it up with Marconis if we are to build something new. And so you put the redstone underneath the road, and it does a road. It's like a plugin thing. The only good point of interest left is the will hole in the ruins of Warmbank. But beyond that, everything that Volante used to be is here in Puresna. So I can't say for certain that you'll find anything. Well, village necessities, yeah. So at spawn there is shops. That's also where you'll be selling gold and iron to get money. As well as things from the end, because there is no end portal. So you can buy stuff from the end there. I also think they added some end stuff into the loot table for fishing. But yeah, and also it's like Ice on Soul Sand but reversed. Yeah. There's also player ran shops. There's a lot of player ran shops. There's a huge pawn shop, for instance, which is where most people actually buy their war gear at this point. Basically imagine going to a King Supers and then buying a fucking AK-47, and that's what's like going to the pawn shop at this point. Yeah. Any other questions, real quick? I got a playing. Man, my nose is super just ordered. Holy shit, the temple looks good with shaders. Yeah, I guess back to farming. Yeah, if there are any more questions, just let me know. Uh, Another stoneworks question: how do I earn runes to buy cool furniture? I don't think you can. I think runes are like rewarded through like going to like server events or doing RP events. I think. Either that or you can buy runes with real life money. And that's how you also like you know boss fights. I guess you can do it through boss fights too. So I guess if you want to fucking throw down with if you want to throw it out with an Ent King, good luck. That's my response. I want to throw it out with an Ent King. Honestly, if an Ent King spawns and there's enough of us online, we could probably take it down, assuming we have the good gear. But we should definitely like do it as a group because the Ent King and like the Catalyst are very, very difficult. They're super hard to fight. Super hard to fight. Mamma mia, pizza pie. Yes. What's up, Gin? Oh, also, Gin, to answer your question from earlier in game, the way you did the owner of the village make an ender portal at the what the fuck? Wait, what are you talking about? Hang on, what? Yeah, Ant Kings are no joke. They will kick your fucking ass in the next week. That Nether? Yeah. Yeah, that's been there. Yeah, that's been there. The Nether is danger. The Nether is danger. There's no nations in the Nether, but there's a lot of gang violence in the Nether, so be careful. Um Yes, I would like to see the redstone that you're talking about. I'm following you, sniffing you. By the way, yes. So in order to become one with the will, you need to basically be inducted into the will through more or less tempering. You basically light yourself on fire till near death, and then dunk yourself in the pool of water that I sit behind usually. Uh, so yeah, that's the whole thing with What the fuck is happening? What the fuck was that? What the shit is happening? What the fuck? This is like really close to... This is really close to Invictus. So there's a chance that Invictus may want to keep it, but I mean... Fuck, if they haven't claimed it yet, I'd say go for it. I don't give a shit. Hell, like, claiming this entire castle. From what Pizza said, the station was destroyed by Invictus. Well, then... we shall simply take all their stuff. Since this has been left around for who knows how long at this point, I say it's free the scavenger rights. Same with all the resources like the stone, the deep slate, all that stuff. I would say that's all scavenger rights at this point. Here. Have a fish. I'm gonna take a boat. I'm gonna take a boat and I'm gonna get my own pick. I'm gonna help you out. You should pop in Rathnir and mess around. Nah, I'm not super into going into Rathnir. Oh, like that? The boat! I guess the... Okay, well, we lost the boat, I guess. So I'm not allowed to break vehicles here. We should just go around. But yeah, that's the end of the history lesson. If y'all are still like kind of about, if you would like, I can actually induct you all who have yet to be properly inducted into the place, into the way of the will. Basically, it's just like I need to watch you guys burn. God, I need torches. Yeah, mood. Imagine not having torches. It's gonna be me. Chest. The chest. The pickaxe. Oh, I already have a pickaxe. I'm dumb. I'm dumb as shit. Alright, got my pickaxe. Let's start or do you, okay, hang on. Let's potentially fucking do this. Alright. We stand on the proof box. Alright. Gin. The Ginara. Do you My friend, do you not yet, not yet. I gotta do the stuff. I gotta make a theatric. Do you take the the will into your heart and to travel the way true, however it may guide you? If so, step into the flame till near death, basically like one heart left, and then bathe yourself within the waters and become one closer to the way. Then you are ready, my friend, to step into the flames and refine thine soul so it may burn orange as you have embarked upon the way. Very good. Gin, you have officially embarked yourself upon the way. May the will guide your movements and your hands true and straight. Who is next? Who would like to join the way, officially be inducted into the way next? Gun emoji. This is so fucking nerdy. Holy shit. So I'm having a bit of a self-aware moment. I'm like, God damn, this is nerdy. Yes, correct. Moss Burns good. Mossy, would you like to be inducted into the way properly? If so, step up to one of the fire pedestals. Do not burn yourself quite yet, as I would like to do the whole thing. You know how it is. Basically being baptized, baby. Moss, my friend, do you take the will into your heart so that it may guide you in your every step and every choice? If so, step into the flames and burn your soul so it may grow orange and hot, like that of metal being shaped into steel. She might go brrr. Yeah, that's valid. Yeah, that's valid, King. Brrr. I mean, we also don't need to do the. Hang on, I'll just. All right, and now in the Discord, you guys will be turned orange, like Don Vagel. Apps, would you like to also take a dip into the fire? Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's valid. I don't know how to lay down like you're doing right now. You did already? Oh fuck, I forgot. I forgot. Oh yeah, you totally did. I need. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna turn these fools orange. Turn these fools orang. Orang. Congratulations, you're not orang. Do slash crawl. Oh fuck yeah, crawl. skin is crawls, they will not crawl. 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 Clean it, my skin. These wounds they will not eat. This is how I crawl. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, honestly, like, right now, I don't have anything else to do. I did get this, gamers. Get this. I did, in fact, get accepted into the Darktide beta. Should we take a quick switch now that the lesson's kind of over and do some Darktide real quick? You want to restore a building behind your apartment? I mean, that also works. Yeah, so those are all good options, but also consider Darktide. That's pretty poggy. Okay. I'm gonna play some. Let's play some Darktide. I'm gonna play some Darktide. I'll be on later, probably after doing some Final Fantasy stuff. I need to get mats anyways. To the wilderness! Yay! Alright. Hang on. I am switching to Darktide. Bits. Ascendant. I am switching to Darktide now that the lesson is done. The Darktide. Ah! Firewall! Lesson over. Darktide now. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Darktide. Darktide. There it is. Wounds they will not heal. Crawl. Crawl. Building shader cache. Fuck yeah. Well, cache. Cache is not a real word. I'm a fool. We're just waiting for it to actually launch. Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. I don't remember the rest of the words here in Duckburg. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. DuckTales. Ooh. DuckTales. Ooh. Fuck. So slight aside here. Just a slight aside. while I wait for the game to actually like launch. The first time like launch like issues, you know how it is. Well, at least I hope I know you know how it is. I hope the game actually works. Right? There's a chance. I've not launched it yet. There's a chance it might not even launch on my system. Oh no, it's working. It was just being weird. Uh, uh, I when I went to like after work today, I went to Zaxby's, which is like a chicken restaurant chain, and it was they have a version of Minute Maid lemonade that is fucking delicious. Have you ever had raspberry lemonade, Mosscliff? Like Minute Maid. I'm pretty sure they use Minute Maid. This is a Pepsi product. Lemonade. Because it legitimately was like one of the best tasty lemonades I've ever had in my life. I am not kidding. I like swear off drinking like eating fast food. The only thing I eat now is Zaxby's because it gives me an excuse to order the raspberry lemonade. It's so fucking good. Like, holy shit, why does it taste so good? Sorry, I was popping off about raspberry lemonade, I guess. Dude, straight up, you have no idea. I had two transcendent experiences in my life. It's when I first encountered the will, and then fucking raspberry lemonade. Zaxby's raspberry lemonade. Yo, this music's fucking pogger. Why is it taking so fucking long to load? I accept! Zealot Operative? Psyker... Psychonetic... Oregon... Ogren... Better than Sharpshoot. Let's try with Psyker. I want to try with Psyker. Yes. Option. Hang on. Borderless. Why is my graphics quality set on low? Yeah. See, I can fucking handle this. I can handle high. Warp charges versatile, unstable. Psychonetic mastery allows you to fundamental forces of your mind, powering your allies and even those. Explain odd headed to the bargains. Wrath. I mean, I play the fucking Pyromancer. I play the Pyromancer in I gotta choose my homeworld? What the fuck? I'm gonna go blow my nose real quick. Listen, if I get fried, I get fried. Plus, if I get fried, that's telling me that they did not optimize the game for a 3080. Because that's what I currently am rocking on this computer, is a 3080. Is this just like flavor? Like, Adia? That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. Oh my god. Holy shit, I can't believe they made Cadia just a bunch of rubble. Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna do Cadia. Fuck yeah. Oh my god. That is... That has to be the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in this game. Like, in any 40k game. Homeworld, Cadia, Rebel. Let's do this. Is this just like, what is this even doing? I'm gonna do this one since I'm a psycher. Yeah, that's, yeah. Oh, fuck, man, I'm like still, I just blew my nose. Body type, lady. Yeah. Ooh, nipples. I hope I don't get banned for the character having a nipple poke. The face is all proper 40k. Weird. Bro, did you fucking just clip? Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me you just clipped it. Ah, it went wrong. Clip is no longer available. Haha, clip broke. Clip broke. Bro, I don't like what the fuck? Why are all these faces like sure, I guess I'll just go with this one. I'm gonna go with that, like white eyes. Yo, wait, hang on. Yeah, that's some like psycher color bullshit right there. What the fuck was that? Available from Homeworld. Oh, weird. No, we're doing this because like, um, you know, psycher. There's like proper dude. What is with these character options? What is with these character options? Like all of them look so fucking weird. Sure, let's just go with this, I guess. I can give him facial hair. Cowards. Cowards. Cowards! Look at this fucking cowardice shit right here. They changed like instead of allowing me to make a fucking facial like a giant beautiful beard, they changed it to fucking eyebrows. Cowards. There we go. You guys see my flat ass butt. No, no, stop. Sure. A little bull. All.
I should have known the enforcers would not tolerate me forever.
Ooh!
My skills they valued, but my nature, that they despised.
Ooh!
I was a convenience.
French!
One
I've dreamed many dreams before, but never like this. Then
It seems that no matter how low I set my expectations, it can always get worse. A lifetime spent in the mire, hiding from the wind.
Oh,
I should have known
Savant. That was some good fucking vibes there. Or election. Their misplaced faith. It does sound like Jester. The third one did sound like Jester. You were born on Cadia, the promising son of an Imperial officer slain in battle. You were raised in the Scala Progenium, where you learned to be an uncompromising soldier of the Imperium. But at the time of your coming of age, you began to see the murky visions of the future. You use this to the talent to eke out a living telling fortunes in the dark alleys of Ahab blocks. Become aware of your burgeoning psychic powers, or perhaps it was the insets of madness. Hard to tell. But declared unfaithful by the famous Deacon Sikis, or Circus. Most knew the charges stemmed from the audacity of questioning the Deacon's lavish lifestyle, but you were sent to the prison ship of Tancred Bastion, all the same. You are aboard the Tancred Bastion, en route to Atoma Prime. To Yvette. I saw that, Yvette. Finalized rejects. Food reject conditions. Retribution is your birthright. Duty demands sacrifice. Condemn the damned to their reward. Hasten the damned to their reward. Heed not the whispers of the faithless. The truth is terrible to bear. The traitor's hands lies closer than you think. Thou art the hammer of the Emperor. Guard thy soul against disorder. Same hammer that shatters the glass forges steel. Rejoice in thy service. Speak but praise of thy master. The mutant bears his heresy without, the traitor hides it within. Do your part of the master of mankind. Mortal burdens carried dutifully to its destination, the Emperor's greatest praise. The more one learns of the alien, the more one will come to loathe it. Hatred must be tempered like steel of a blade. Mark the traitor, kill the traitor. 10,000 years of betrayal is long enough. Vigilance is the vain. Sharpen your mind to hate. As nothing can still have faith. Hunt the mutant, kill the mutant. Take no comfort that none. The justice may escape death. All is dark. Remember the Emperor. Light is that fadeth not. Even the greatest hero is but a ripple on the surface of space. Nothing like waiting for loading times. Am I right, gamers? How long is this fucking prayer? I want to see if there's an end. This prayer just keeps going. Yeah, that would do it. Coal is admittedly not that valuable in Eldham because everyone can find coal super easily. There we go.
This is the Psychonium, a place of torture. I mean, training. Shall we start?
I'm going to increase my. I increase my. What's your favorite 40k faction? That depends. Holy shit! Hang on, 1 second. Okay, so my favorite faction is my favorite faction is the League of Votan, or the.
Look for the right moment to use your weapon.
It's either the League of Votan, the Eldar, or certain factions of certain like chapters of the holy shit, Lex with the raid. It's special attack. What is it asking me? What is it asking me to do? Lex, thank you with the. Thank you. What does it want me to do with the special attack input? I do not. I do not know what it wants me to do. Hello, but okay, hang on. Welcome, Raiders. How's it going? I'm Basco Prola. I'm going to be your second robot best friend right behind Lex Temporis. If you've never heard of me, I am a variety streamer. I enjoy many of things, including but not limited to things such as Warhammer, Minecraft, Gundam, stuff like that. And I like video games. Yeah. And model kits. If you are liking my stream so far, or if you like Lex, you should totally give me a follow at at Twitch TV/BascoProla. What does it want me to? What is that? What is that? What is that input? Like, oh fuck. This? The back? What the fuck? That's the special. Eviscerates. Gotta wait, I think. But yeah. Thank you. How was your stream? What were you were playing Cogdis, right? Gotta wait, I think, for my psychic energy to calm down. Ugh. Lex, where are you? Lex! I can't believe Lex dead. Oh, so okay, so it's not a hold down, it's just shoot.
When surrounded, push enemies away to control the flow of combat.
Shove you. Oh. Oh, so I'm literally popping their heads. You can pop their heads like mallet, like great.
Keep moving once the fighting starts. You'll be a harder target.
Get fucked, nerd. It's weird that they tell you to take damage.
You don't want to die, I assume? Take every chance you can to get your breath back.
Also, I like the design of the Chaos Guard. Coherency, quad coherency. Ah, I'll take some more advanced training. Ogren.
Push enemies and follow up with a quick attack to take advantage.
Oh. There we go. The Boolean.
Keep your team alive for as long as you can.
Last
Keep
gun.
them healed, and maybe they'll do the same for you.
Oh. Oh. Last gun.
Leave no one behind. It's too much
It is the last gun is the world's deadliest fucking flashlight.
Once corruption overwhelms you, well, we won't talk anymore. I will, but you won't hear it. Medicaid stations should help you survive. If you can get them working.
Medicaid. That.
Use your eyes and your noisy flapping mouth to warn your team of priority targets.
Enemy sighted!
Cool.
Use the terrain. You might look silly, but you'll stay alive longer. You want that, don't you? If heretics are fighting you in close combat, they're not shooting your squad. That's nice, isn't it? The enemy don't know you can aim. Start shooting, and they'll run for cover.
I feel bad when ripping the random blood I found apart, but knowing we claimed it. Hey, you know what? Sometimes life just be like that. Oh, that way, okay. Get fucked. Have you ever watched Star Trek? I have watched Star Trek before. I've actually just started watching it. Also, hello, Roberts. I know this is the first time chatting. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoyed it so far. Yeah, I started with Star Trek Lower Decks, and then I watched Discovery, Picard. I've started watching the next, like the original show and the Next Generation, and as well as a little bit of Deep Space Nine. Most of my Star Trek knowledge is admittedly found through the internet. Probably I was looking stuff up because of Lower Decks, but yeah, no, I've watched Star Trek. I've also watched some of the movies, both the old ones and the reboot. Have you watched Star Trek, Robert? William Murderface. Belith. Wasn't expecting to see other players. Awesome. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to see other players here. Dunk. Goran. Quick play. I'll just do a quick play. Sedition. We'll just do a quick little bout. I did also briefly play Star Trek Online, if that helps out.
Forthcoming assignment designation. Sanction Redactus. Location Hab Zone HL 1866. You are to proceed to Judicial Enforcement Station TN8707 with utmost efficiency. Expect heavy resistance. For the slower among you, that means many enemies. Shoot first.
Enterprise, I will, I'll see where I can find it. I do not know where I am. All I know is that I must kill. Oh. Ooh, that person. Okay, hang on. I am going to lower my... I see. Go medium.
Human ingenuity, reaching into the skies for the glory of the God Emperor.
Tertium Summit of the Wonder. The grandest planetary...
What do I have? What the fuck is this pistol?
We're to keep it that way if we can.
Oh, I have a physical pistol. I do have paramounts.
I think the trading at this market was not of the sanctioned kind. Hostiles are charging!
The way I consider... Holy shit, that is a giant revolver I have. I consider that, like, if you are... If you are building in the wilderness and you have not claimed it, you are actively, like, it's not griefing. It's not griefing.
Judicial Enforcement Station TN8707. I never doubted you.
I doubt that you never doubted me.
Loyalists identified.
Excessive force authorized!
Sanction Redactus target is cowering.
Oh fuck, I'm a little overwhelmed here.
TN8707. Proceed with haste.
Oh shit.
Beauty eliminated! Check your sights, veteran! Trepidate!
Convent!
Get up, boy.
Reloading! Kill him!
Excessive force authorized!
Oh, I want to use my psychic powers, please.
No fear! No retreat!
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh shit, that's a lot of people.
Reloading!
That's a lot of people. And I cannot see any of them. Oh my fucking god, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Put him in, no choice!
Okay. This is a lot. And it is dark in here. Oh shit, that's a guard. That's straight a guard.
Holy tools are!
Thank God for fucking...
The God Emperor!
Oh fuck. Listen, I like psychers. Oh, Ogre, Ogre, Ogre! Ah, no! Ah!
Heal up! Just stopping the bleeding!
I'm healing.
Prepare for multiple hostiles! Excessive force authorized!
Bye. Bye. Okay, time to prepare. Get the fuck back. Fuck back.
Enemy are in cover!
It is.
Try to prove you're on the other side, witch! A misfire on my part!
It is kind of cool being able to see the Trader Guard. Are you follower of Nurgle the God of Plex? No. The chaos is wicked and should be purged.
They can deface the station, but they can't escape justice.
If I were to follow any of the Chaos Gods, 100% would be Slaanesh anyways. I deserve that. I deserve the
sum of
bonk.
your parts is greater than the individual. In other words, group up.
Grab the ammo, priest!
Gee.
By the God, Emperor, don't use all the ammunition!
I choose to be prepared.
Enough for...
We should target the Tops Flamer!
Where's the dog?
You are not together. You should be. Now.
Oh, I'm okay. There we go. I don't want to be. I don't want to be filled with disease.
You do know you're on the wrong floor. You need penitentiary elevator 3.
Yeah, I do not want to be filled with disease. I'm pretty fine not having disease. Actually.
Any of you seen Terra? I suspect it would not be an enjoyable trip for myself or my siblings. We fight for Terra. Nothing else matters.
Okay.
What you sanctioned?
Like, I get that, like, Nurgle followers tend to be the happiest, but, like, you know.
More shots on target next time. Sharpen up, all of you.
You know.
I concur.
Don't
We
want to be
must
filled with
conserve
disease. I
ammunition.
feel like that's a pretty reasonable ask. Oh, shit. So is it because I'm a psyker I can see all my friends like skeletons and stuff like that?
Throwing grenade!
Good shot, one kill.
Weapon empty! Reloading!
Get fucked. Get fucked.
Zealot, you need ammo!
You need this ammo, Guardian.
Anyone need a grenade? Next station, now!
The God Emperor provides.
Crypt key clearance elevated. You know, for the elevator.
What's up?
Forces are long gone.
What's up, Robert?
Down here, the Emperor's light is the only hope. Been that way for a long time.
Where lenience dwells, heresy thrives.
I have no idea how to turn on a flashlight. That's all good.
Play with me! Reject your corpse, God, and I will spare you!
Back from that barrel!
Eliminate sanction redactor's target with alacrity.
Okay, time to pick out the heavy guns. Ow. Try to quote my parry, bitch!
Grenade bombed and throwing!
Okay, his shields are down. Hopefully I can do some beefy damage trying to pop his head.
This resilience is tiresome!
Damn, he got his shield back. Holy shit, the music's fucking popping off right now.
Get your weapon!
Yeah, no, it's, I assume it's a bolter of some variety.
Updated parameters suggest a favorable outcome.
Ow. Shit, his shield's back up. Ow. Back the fuck up. Ow, ow, fuck you. Okay, I'm gonna die. Yeah. Stub Revolver is his name. It's probably like some form of, bolter or something like that, I guess.
Some of you are showing signs of efficiency. Unexpected.
Take deep, psycho. Prove yourself.
Did I die? What just happened? I'm very confused on what just occurred there. Numbers are straight slug throwers, lower caliber than bolters. Okay. So straight up, so you're still throwing a fucking tin can at, so it's okay. Instead of shooting a tin can at someone, I'm throwing like what a normal bullet would look like. Had Chad Mark 7 Devil's Claw Sword. We got two preachers on the same team. Yeah. Yabba dabba doo. Cool. So I got new stuff? Question mark. Just level 11. Armory. Buy weapons. Fucked up looking. The revolver, force sword. Ah, I wish I had force. Wait, what's the difference? Just a couple numbers higher? But that I want to get the force sword. I still have to do more missions if I want to get the force sword. I don't really know what even happened. It's just kind of fucking played. Not the force sword, a force sword.
Have disabled Manufactorum HL1736's cooling system. It is imperative to restore stabilizations before destabilization threshold is reached. Once cryonic rods are deployed correctly,
I wouldn't.
The system will stabilize and you will have proven somewhat useful.
I'm tempted to play with you, buddy, but I've only done 2 streams today. No, Lex, go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, you big baby. Again, I think I was thrown into the middle of an active mission, which kind of sucks.
Enemy spotted!
Stand back, you scallywags.
Took all the grunting ammo. You'd only misuse it. Out of ammo!
Hell yeah. Well, okay. I work like an entire day tomorrow, unfortunately. Monday, I open, though, so I can totally do it tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but the next day. Okay, hang on. Stop the flow! Stop the flow of poxwalkers! Oh. Yeah, no. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. Yeah. I will not be able to partake tomorrow. Because I work till 4, and then I have a meeting at 7. So unless you're willing to stay up until like 3 in the morning for you, Can't do anything.
Knows we need an ally with some professionalism.
This all the boss office? Ain't much, is it? Ammo, reload, lads. Good for you, buddy. A grenade for us! Take flamer down! Engage! Enemy sighted! Ah, you're in. A bit off, sir. Enemy sighted!
There we go.
Stop, you sanctioned!
Enemy spotted!
Bruh.
Follow me! Enemy spotted! Assault! Incoming!
It's about to blow!
Ah, right in the flagging head!
78. The body dies.
Oh, hey, what's up, bro?
Hostiles incoming! Engaging war protocols!
Get forward! Hey! No choice!
That's a kill.
Come out of cover and play proper, snivelers! This way!
The next stage is beyond your limited intellects. Trust to your data interrogators. Data stream viable.
Oh.
Data stream ceased. You are certain you installed the data interrogator correctly?
Bruh.
Multiple hostiles!
Yeah, I like the sound of my soldier ejects. Oh shit! How do I get out? Oh, cool. That's...
This task, varlets.
That's cool.
Wait! I'm not waiting for you to pull it together!
Calling the wall!
Fuck you, I'm gonna get head asses, get the fuck out of here.
Almost there!
I do like the music. This series music is pretty good so far.
Reloading! Engaging war protocols!
Fix the interrogator! Oh, the indefinite shooty end! Fix yourself, or no one likes to lie there. Yeah, catch it!
Iterative phase nearing completion.
Healing for you here, soldier! Follow me!
I must heal!
Initiate the dispatch system.
Cryonic rods in position. Move to Matrix Spire and commence system flush.
Hostiles are charging!
Ain't coming back this way.
My off-world associates should note, the purser's prices are exorbitant.
Paying! Strong should just take what's needed.
I shall ensure my former colleagues are made aware of this enterprise.
You know, it is also kind of neat.
We can't come back if we continue!
The
Grenade! Grenade!
so psychers, in comparison to like mages in fantasy, I feel like the way that they're treating psychers here is a lot more, it's very accurate to how. Oh, did I just freeze? Did I just die? Oh, hello. Oh, cool. Cool. Stream, wow. Cool. Hello, am I back? Stream kill. I think stream is kill. Anyways, the game was crashed. Yeah, the game crashed. Hang on, let's see. Is the stream also kill? No, the stream isn't also kill. The stream died a little bit. Yeah, no, the game crashed and that kind of killed me for a little bit. I feel, you know what? This, I think this is a good sign from like the universe above that like we should be done. We should be done. So I'm gonna go raid someone. We have a lot of people who are online right now. I like this person a lot, so we're gonna raid them. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Like I said, there's no stream tomorrow. I will stream probably on Monday. I'll probably stream on Monday. I'll tell you that much. If you enjoyed the stream and you have not given me a follow yet, please give me a follow, especially if you want to see all my other streams and all the other things I do. Yeah, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye!